Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm just going to have a look in bin number 1, which is been going now for about 5 months. So last time I looked in it, it was a bit too wet to harvest the castings out of. So I'm just going to go and have a quick look at it now and empty it out. I've been feeding it melon last time and some potato scraps, peelings and some carrot tops and stuff. So that was only about 5 days ago, so I'm not expecting them to have eaten all that yet. But I've put in quite a lot of bedding lately, and I just want to empty the whole bin out so I can incorporate the bedding right down to the bottom. It's quite difficult with it being quite a deep bin. So if I just show you inside, there's a few bit worms on the side there and a few on the bubble wrap. And it's been in the garage, and the temperature last night was quite cold. It's got down to about -4 here. So in the garage it didn't obviously freeze or anything, but I'm quite surprised to see some of the worms on the top of the bubble wrap, keeping them nice and warm. And they're still active a bit. I'll just pop these in here, and then we'll empty it out. I'll pop that to the side. So let's see how it's doing. Closer. Yeah, so I'm just going to move the cardboard to the side of it. I mean, I did pop quite a few bits in. It managed to help insulate it as well. But it's like a bit like a lasagna. So not too many in that bit. Let's have a look in there. Oh, there's a little baby one there. That it's tiny. That one there. So that's not very old because it's still quite white, isn't it? So that's good to see. The only trouble is I don't really want to be putting this through a sieve just yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... In fact, there's a maggot there. Look, that's the first time I've ever seen a maggot in the bin. Hopefully that's the only one. I think I'll dispose of that. Yeah, oh, that's gone. Right, so let me pop this paper over to one side here. Not very wriggly at the moment, and that one's just starting to liven up a bit because of the light. And that's because it's been in the garage and it's been quite cold. There's another maggot there, look, let's get that. Yeah. So I do like going in the little ribs of the cardboard. So, does anyone else get maggots in their bin? That's the first time I've ever seen any in my bin. But the worms are getting a fairly decent size now. And the bin is looking like it's getting ready to harvest at some point. Probably best, oh, there's another little baby worm on there, look. So, in fact there's a few on this bit. Little one just here. Another little tiny one. Just coming off the edge here. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Just there, it's very hard to see, sorry. So little wisps there, put up down gently. So yeah, there's plenty of cardboard in here. Plenty of worms as well. But yeah, I'm not seeing too many cocoons. Let's take a look. But lots of cardboard in here, and soaking up all that moisture. It's matted a bit here. But oh, it's a toilet roll. Some little, yeah, there's lots of tiny little baby worms in here now. And there's a bit of avocado seed there. Not sure what that is. But, yeah, so I'm happy to see lots of little baby worms in here. But what I'm thinking now is that I need to wait for them to fatten up or bait. In fact, actually, I'm going to bait them out. That's what I'm going to do. So I want to mix all this in a bit. But the castings now are looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm not seeing many cocoons, so that's quite a good sign in the sense that they've all hatched, hopefully. Oh, look at all this under here, look. Can you see this up here? Let's have a look, see if there's any worms in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice big fat worm ball. And that's because they're around the melon. The melon in. So yeah, got some eggshells, potato there. So to try and incorporate this other bedding, what I didn't manage to mix right down at the bottom. But I'm hoping to sieve some of this, maybe on the next video. And it's looking pretty good now. Nice and comely, there's another bit of melon there. And I'm sure they'll get through most of this cardboard within a few weeks, a couple of weeks or so, even though it's quite cold at the moment. It's supposed to warm up again in about 3 or 4 days. So it doesn't look like they've slowed down too much. But yeah, got some nice big fat worms in here. And some nice little baby ones coming along. So yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully I'll be able to use some of this for my seedlings soon. If anyone's got any tips on how to store it or anything and keep it active, I don't want to let the castings dry out while we're in storage because all the biology can die. There's another toilet roll tube in. Let's open this up. Oh yeah. So yeah, the worms like the potato by the looks of it. And just a little worm ball there, nothing spectacular. But yeah, I've got a real nice healthy amount of castings here. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this back in a minute. And I'm just going to show you what I'm going to use to bait out the worms. I'm probably going to lay this cardboard in a bit, in layers as well. Hopefully that's a bit of insulation in there. Right, so I'll bring you back in a bit. I'm just going to pop all this back in and I'll show you what I'm going to use for baiting. Hi, so what I'm going to do is I've got some castings at the bottom here of a little plant pot with some holes in, obviously. I've got some frozen grapes, pineapple, raspberries, and I think there's a couple of cherries in there. I'm just going to put that in there, and then what I've done with the sweepings of the tray, I'm just going to pop that into the top of the worm bin, like so. And oh, I didn't really get my hands dirty again, I just washed them. That's what I'll do. I'm going to cover that up with a bit of card. And sorry, I'll pop the this tiny little worm just there. Be careful, don't squash them or anything. Oh, I know what I've got to do. Oh, I've got to put some chow on, didn't I? And stuff. They'll be right. I did them some last time. And yeah, so that's we're looking at a 5 month bin, sorry. And yeah, probably look at it again in another 4 weeks time, and hopefully by then I'll be able to plants to pop in the castings. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, look forward to reading all the comments. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.